go. Let's turn up. Hi. That's what we like to see. Trust me.
Pull up a skirt, and she cleared up. That Dave had do me like that, I done it all mad, just spit it and burn.
Let's just start stepping up, back round. I'ma take another shot, all this honey gon' be back round.
Oi, it's a slap! Get out! Get out! This is outrageous! Who are you? Who are you, bro?
Yes, my people, it's your boy DJ Limelight, and right about now, in the Limelight with another special guest. I've been supporting this brother on the radio for a hot minute, and he goes by the name of Yxng Dave. What's happening, my bro?
Yes, bro. What's going on?
It's good to finally speak to you on like something a bit more official, and obviously, we bump into each other a few times, and it's always good vibes. Obviously, I've been playing your music on the radio and stuff like that. But I thought, you know what, it's a good time for us to have a little bit more of an in-depth conversation, man.
No, 100%, bro.
Therefore,
glad to be here, man. 100.
No, I appreciate it, man. How's life treating you first and foremost? You know, 2023 is an exciting time for UK music. How's it treating you?
100%, bro. Yeah, it's good, man. Just been working hard, you know, staying at it, being persistent. Just released my record Blacked Out, featuring Chip and DJ Friction. It's gas. I'm just happy, man. Happy, yeah.
That's a big look, man. First and foremost, we got to big up Friction.
Yeah, 100%, bro. That's my guy, man. You know, I owe a lot to him.
DJ Friction's a good friend of mine as well, and someone that I've always found he puts in the work, you know what I'm saying, for whether it's DJing in the West End, whether it's production. He's always
the guy, man. He's the guy, bro. I remember he brought me in. I remember my 18th birthday. I saw him. So obviously back then I only knew him as a producer, right? So I was working for him. I was working with him for like 2 years. And then, bro, I see him DJing in a Mayfair club in Rain. I'm like, bro, I didn't know this guy could DJ. Bro, he's sick. Like, he's sick.
He's killing it in Mayfair clubs.
Yeah.
He's like an OG out there.
Telling you, bro, yeah. He got a lot of respect there, man.
So how did that relationship build to start with?
So one of his boys hit me up and he was like, yo, I want to produce for you. And I was like, cool. So I sent him an idea and then I went to Friction Studio, right? And then, yeah, bro, from there, like, we've just been working. We've just been working for, what, like 3 years now? 3-4 years? Another guy for a while now, yeah.
It was a hot minute.
And I produced, he produced Canada Fur, Blacked Out, Colombiano, other records on my EP that's coming out. Yeah, man, got a good connection there.
Yeah, I like it. I like what the movement you lot have. I like the sound. I like the angles as well.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
You don't come across like you're trying to copy anyone or you're trying to chase something that's hot right now. You got your own sound, your own style.
100%.
Let's talk about the beginnings though, man. How did this music journey begin for you, Yxng Dave?
So I was probably inspired from my dad. So he used to, you know, he had his little band and that. He used to do like rock music. So that kind of inspired me. And so when I was like 13, I started singing, and then probably like 15, I started rapping. I was getting into kind of UK grime essentially. So funnily enough, I kind of grew up on Chip. You know, Chip, Stormzy, Dappy, these types of people. And yeah, I released my first record when I was 16, called Tokyo Drift. So I got a GRM premiere for that, which was pretty surreal at the time. And yeah, from there just kept it going, basically. Yeah.
Talking about grime, you've obviously lived through the transition of, I'd say, grime being almost like the main sound of like UK rap.
Yeah, to then drill and, well, Afro swing and then drill,
Yeah. What's your opinions on like the scene at the moment then, like in 2023?
Do you know what? I think right now is it's a very exciting time. I think before it wasn't as great, to be honest, bro. Like, I think it was very oversaturated, and in a sense it kind of still is, like the whole UK scene, but there's a lot of great music coming out right now. You know, you got your J Husses with their projects. You know, there's a lot of people out there just dropping bangers right now. So it's cool. Central C with Drake, insane. Like, it's a big moment for the UK right now.
Definitely. And like seeing people like Central C come up, the way they've come up. You know, he's come up during lockdown. Technically blew up during lockdown, but he hasn't stopped like whatever blew him up back in lockdown is not necessarily forgotten about, but he's done so much work since that he's grown.
Wild, bro. It's wild. He's established, bro. He's definitely established. I remember I was chatting to my boy Rio Reigns, and I remember when I saw the Central C Day in the Life preview, I was like, yo, that's gonna pop. He even said that actually. He was like, yo, it's gonna pop. I was like, yeah, it will. And then, bro, yeah, he's just been smashing it.
Okay, nah, man, doing a mad.
Bro, it's nuts still.
Yeah, definitely. But like,
the scene.
Yeah, definitely healthy for the scene.
100%.
Now, I wanted to talk about your heritage because I find that very unique as well. Because you know, I speak to a few Latin artists in the UK that are trying to bust and trying to do their thing, and they kind of feel like they're almost at a disadvantage because they're such a minority in the UK, I guess. Let's talk about your heritage first and foremost. For those who don't know, you know, where are you from? Where's your family from?
Yeah. So I've lived in the UK most of my life, and my mother, she's from Spain. Sorry, my mother, she's from Colombia, and then my dad's from Spain. So yeah.
Okay, sick. So like, having a Colombian parent and a Spanish parent, how much time have you spent out in these countries as well?
Yeah, a lot, to be fair. I go Colombia every 2 years, every 2-3 years, and then I go Spain every like year and a half. So yeah, I go out there, you know, chill with my peoples. Got a couple friends out there. Yeah, it's nice, man.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
And people have like a perception of Colombia, innit?
Yeah.
Especially watching things
like Narcos and
yeah. So when people see that, you know, even myself, the ignorance kicks in. Like, we do have a kind of, I like to call it ignorance because I always see it like, if you haven't been to a place,
you won't really know how the culture is essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
What's it actually like, man?
Bro, for me, Colombia's lit. I love going there because obviously I got all my family there. So I have no family in the UK apart from my parents.
Oh, mad.
They're all in Colombia or Spain. So yeah, when I go there, it's like a party, you know, we all chill, see all the stuff that's going on. But it's, I mean, obviously there's crime there, do you know what I'm saying? But it's good. Like, the area I'm in, Bucaramanga, that the area that, you know, my family live in is kind of safe. So yeah, it's nice going out there. It's a beautiful country.
It's more chilled out.
Yeah. But there obviously there's bad areas everywhere, innit? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's nice, man.
I mean, there are bad areas everywhere, but the stuff you see in Narcos is...
Yeah. No, obviously there's fuckeries that happens. To be honest, bro, yeah.
So you was born in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here in Reading.
So what like, digging a bit deeper, and I don't even know if you know the answer to this, but like, how did your parents end up here if there's no family here?
Yeah. So, wild one. So my dad came over from Spain. So he was pursuing music, and I have a granddad that's he was in the military, and he basically said, "Yo, like, can't do music. You gotta follow a proper career." And obviously, them times, you know, he had to answer to his dad. So he studied, and he's a meteorologist. So he came over, and he came over. I don't know when he was like 30, I think. And then obviously he's lived here ever since. And then my mum came over to study English in the University of Reading. Yeah, that's where they met.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like such a thin line between meeting and not meeting.
Literally. Yeah, wild.
So growing up in Reading, what was life like for you?
Yeah, I mean, just to be honest, pretty chill. I've just been working I've been doing music from like 12, 13. So it's just kind of all been music orientated. It's kind of just been my life. It's kind of just taken over.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And now it's working out for you.
Now it's, yeah, God willing.
And one of the big, I'd say, pointers when it comes to Yxng Dave at this point in your career is linking up with KSI.
Yeah.
How did that link up happen, and what's the current situation with that? Is it like a business agreement? Is there some sort of deal in place?
So I'm signed to JJ's label. Yeah, pretty surreal one, I can't lie. So that was through Friction. I haven't really spoken of it yet. That's through DJ Friction. He sorted that. It's pretty cool, man. He played the music to... Yeah, I got a funny story for you. So imagine I was like, I think I was 18, 19, right? And I'm checking my phone and I've got 20 missed calls from Friction. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I called the guy and he's like, yo...
You're thinking he's won the lottery.
Yo, what's going on, bro? He's like, yo, Dave, I've got Mams here, KSI's manager. Like, bro, they love the music. And I'm like, no way, that's sick. So I get on the phone with Mams and he's like, yeah, we love Canada Fur, which is my first record with JJ's label. And yeah, the rest is history. You know, we're 3 records deep now with Black Dot. It's sick. It's an exciting time.
That's amazing. So like when you signed the deal, what was like the process behind that for you? Was it more like was it one of those things where like, obviously you know it's happening,
Yeah.
but you're not sure if it's gonna happen until you sign the papers?
Essentially, bro, yeah. So we went on for, you know, like 8 months negotiations. And then JJ brought me out to his UK tour, just sick, because I'd only performed. So I did a support act for Dappy, O2 Birmingham Institute. That was my first show ever. And then my second show was with KSI on tour.
So you're just blessed with
I
legends.
just got thrown into the deep end, bro. And
With the legends, yeah, man.
yeah. So it was cool, man.
How did you manage to get on tour with Dappy? Because Dappy,
Yeah.
I gotta put it out there, I feel like he's the GOAT. You know, he's one of the original GOATs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up on Dappy as well. So it was, nuts. Them times, I think when I started, I was doing a lot of freestyles. I was utilizing my social media to kind of grow my brand. And Dappy saw one of my records that I dropped called Coop, because I was sending it. I used to send out my.
I remember.
I still do. Yeah. I send it out to everyone. And he saw it, and then we were talking for a while. You know, I was sending him my unreleased. He was sending me his unreleased. And yeah, then he was like, "Yo, do you want to come on the tour?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, like let's go."
That's cold, man. How was that experience for you?
It was cool. To be honest, I was mad nervous. I mean, it was my first show, and I did. It was like I think 2,000 capacity or something like that. So I was like, wow, what's going on? And obviously, I didn't give the best performance of my life because it was my first show. And then through the KSI tour after that, you know, I grew my confidence. I was excited. And yeah, now I'm bare confident when I go on stage, and I enjoy it a lot more than, per se, like the first one that I ever did, yeah.
You know what? You actually just reminded me. I remember seeing clips of you on tour on the KSI.
Oh, yeah.
On the KSI tour.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing how massive the fans were in the crowd, how many people was in the crowd. And I thought to myself, this is so dope to see Yxng Dave doing it. Because I always like to see younger artists. I like to see the underdogs getting their shine and getting their opportunity to do something so great. I mean, what was the kind of plan behind you doing that tour? Was there like a strategy behind it?
Yeah, I mean, it was more, you know, to kind of show myself to JJ's fans, you know, gain some fans from that, gain a fan base. And then obviously it was all leading up towards my first release, which was kind of the Fur. So I would perform that record every time I went on tour. And yeah, and then I did Wembley. Wembley was nuts for me because that was 12,500 people.
How did it feel when you stood in front of 12? Like,
bro, what was this?
You see, what was on your mind? Because I've DJed in front of that before, and I'll be honest with you, like, I'm looking around, I don't really know what's going on. This is too much. Like,
nah, it's wild. It's like everyone's little ants. So
and lights.
Yeah, and lights, essentially, yeah. So that was fun. It was fun. I remember I stepped out, I was like, I got advice from one of my guys, Abs, and he was like, yo, just go out there, own the stage. And I kept that in, and then I was like, yo, let's go, like, let's just smash it.
Man.
Yeah, excited, and it was an exciting moment.
So when you met KSI, like one of the first times, what was that like?
So JJ invited me to one of his shows in London, and I was actually asked if I wanted to perform at that show, and I was like, nah, I'm not ready. I knew I wasn't ready because I didn't even do my Dappy show before that. So I met him there, and that was cool. Yeah, obviously, so to be honest, I grew up on JJ. So I grew up from when I was like 12, 13. I used to, you know, after school, I'd watch his videos. So, yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Do you spend time with him? Do you get advice from someone that's done so much, someone that you grew up on?
Yeah.
Do you get advice from him?
Yeah, man. He gives me a lot of, you know, great advice whenever I link up with him, or even, you know, on WhatsApp or whatever. Like, he drops game, and obviously I always listen because I'm like, yo, this guy's done it. You know, it's someone I look up to. So, yeah.
And somebody else you look up to who's now featured on one of your records, Chip,
yeah.
That's crazy as well. And that production, I gotta give it to Friction. Like,
Smash.
I mean, Friction never disappoints on the production, but that beat there for me, it really hit me. Like, when I heard it, I was like, the video's cold anyway.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I was just like, yes.
That's sick, man. I love to hear that.
Yeah, man. How did the link up happen with Chip? Was that more like would you say it's more business than anything? Is it more in-house people? And
it came through Friction. So Friction knows, I believe it was Chip's DJ. And so that's how the link up happened. But yeah, it was cool, man. Like when I got the phone call from Friction and he's like, "Yo, we got Chip on the record." I'm like, yo, it's nuts.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. And like, you know, sitting there now, you're signed to KSI's league.
Yeah.
You've had a bit of experience of performing in front of crazy crowds, crazy numbers. You've obviously built a solid fan base off the back of that.
Yeah.
What would you say is your plan for the rest of the year, man?
Well, I got my EP coming in September. And then from that, I'll probably start releasing singles after that. But it's more focused on this project that I got, Famoso. And yeah, it's literally just...
What does that mean?
That. So Famoso means famous or like well known.
Sick.
So I'm just kind of trying to mix...
Nah, I feel stupid because it just sounds...
No. Just trying to mix the Latino and the UK culture together.
Yeah.
And kind of, you know, bridge that gap. Yeah, because I mean, there's a big market. No one's really... Well, yeah, there's no big artist that's Latino that's in the UK currently. So that's the market that I'm trying to break.
Why do you think that is, though? Why do you think there isn't someone that's forefront in that sound?
I just don't think there's been anyone yet that's kind of, you know, saw that gap in the market and that's just gone for it. But the Latino market is huge. Like, you look at Eladio Carrion, you look at Bad Bunny.
It's crazy.
Bro, they make stupid numbers. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Bigger numbers than there.
Yeah, bigger numbers than Drake,
for
example, which is nuts.
Biggest numbers in the world, actually, Latin music. And, you know, being Indian, I see the Indian market's huge as well.
100%.
But, like, when you see the Latin market, it's just crazy. And then now you're seeing, like, Afrobeats doing so much as well. I mean, I feel like now is the best time for music to be so intertwined culturally into each other, languages mixing into each other.
100%.
Is that something that is always in the back of your mind when you're making music? Because you've got tunes where you've shot a video in Colombia, I've seen adding the lyrics in there. Like, is that always in the back of your mind?
Yeah, I always want to integrate, you know, the Spanish with the English and mix it together. I think right now my main focus is to break the UK first. And then, you know, from there, I want to break into the Latino market. And, you know, God willing, I get a feature with Eladio Carrion or Bad Bunny. That's the aim. I want to go to the top and just push the limits.
I can't see that being a thing that's out of reach right now because I feel like the UK has so much attention when it comes to 100%. Rappers, and Central C's opened up certain doors.
He's gone. He's bridging the gap in America right now, which is, you know, sick.
100%, man. Nah, it's exciting times. You know, I'm a big fan of your work. I really respect the grind. Big up to DJ Friction as well, who's always there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'm here to support the thing.
I appreciate it, bro.
I'm looking forward to the next projects, man, for sure.
Come on, man. Yeah. No, a lot of music on there, man. Got 9 tracks of just bangers, bro. For just Latino, UK mixes. You know, I got some real rap stuff on there, some trap, some drill. Just mixing up the sounds.
Perfect, man. Yeah, man. There you have it, man. Your boy DJ Limelight, Yxng Dave. We're in the Limelight, yeah, gang.
Go.